Hello, welcome to another episode of Relationships in Real Estate, your favorite live weekly podcast. I'm your host, Chris Silva, and as always, I'm joined by my beautiful wife and true star of the show, Cori Silva.
Thank you so much, honey. Thank you so much for joining us here on R&R. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty, Silva Lending, Silva Property Management, and Happy Nest Holdings. With over 20 years in the real estate industry, we're here to share our knowledge, answer your burning questions, and connect with amazing people like you. Thank you for tuning in live today. We truly appreciate your support.
And before we dive in, we'd love for you to help our podcast continue to grow. Make sure to subscribe, download past episodes, and leave us a review. Your feedback means a world to us, and it helps us reach even more listeners like you.
Now let's get started with another exciting episode of Relationships and Real Estate. We're so glad you're here. Well, welcome to the season 5 of our little podcast and the second week of January 2025. Can you believe it?
Wow. I mean, we're already in the middle of January, it feels like. It flew by. 2024 flew by. I can't believe
it's not the middle. It's the 8th.
I mean, it's getting there.
It's the beginning of the second week.
I can't believe we're in our 5th season. We've done I don't know how many hundreds of episodes we've done. A couple hundred at least. Maybe more, maybe 300-400. So, yes, I cannot believe it.
Oh, my goodness.
It is you, the king of Zamunda.
Well, we're starting another season of the podcast. It sounds like you're feeling pretty good about it. But in case you didn't know, we film our shows live on Wednesday mornings. And last night, with the high winds from the Santa Anas, multiple fires broke out across the Los Angeles area. And these crazy winds and wildfires are so heartbreaking and super scary. They got me on edge. I'm not going to lie.
So I feel a little bad about this, but I was dead tired last night. I passed out like right after 8 o'clock.
Right.
I didn't wake up until this morning around 6. I was out. And I woke up and you were awake. And I'm like, what are you doing awake so early? Did you go to the gym? And you were like, no, I couldn't sleep all night from the fires. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
I was oblivious to everything that's going on.
Asleep.
I mean, look, we cut out cable like 15 years ago. So we don't have the news feed constantly in our house, right? I just somehow missed it. Don't ask. I mean, I guess
you went to bed really early and I was up working very late and I just kept getting these notifications on my phone and I couldn't focus and then it consumed me. And it's just really devastating. All the people who have lost their homes, a few people have lost their lives, which is terrible. So I've been pretty somber through the night and through the day with barely any sleep. So here we are.
Here we are, surviving off of coffee. Well, you're surviving off of coffee.
Thank goodness we have our homes and our lives. We're grateful for that. And that our friends and family members who are affected by the fires are all safe. Stay safe, everyone out there. The biggest of the fires is a Pacific Palisades fire, which has spread out to Malibu now. And the amount of damage to homes and businesses brings up some big questions about insurance and whether the policies will cover all of this. This is crazy.
I don't know if most people really read their policies from front to back.
I don't think anybody does.
Anyone's
just happy to get insurance. I think when you're purchasing a home nowadays, you don't really have choices on your homeowner's insurance.
Not very many.
You just want to get an insurance in place, whoever will cover you, right? With the California Fair Plan, which we've been talking about for the past 2 seasons now.
Correct.
When a lot of the homeowners insurance companies decided to leave California. So it's going to be really interesting to find out how this all plays out because this is a complete community that's been devastated. It's just crazy. If you see all the footage, it's just burnt. And it really reminds me of Maui.
Lahaina. Yeah. I mean, I read that, it's probably more by now, but I read that there was 1,100 structures that have been lost and a couple lives, like you said. Right. And we're talking about an affluent neighborhood of Pacific Palisades. Not that it matters what neighborhood it is, right, but it's populated, right? And it's going to be expensive to fix or repair, rebuild. And there's a process. They have to deem that the land is
suitable to be rebuilt on.
Right. So is that going to happen? Don't know.
I mean, that happened in the big fires up north in Paradise, the city of Paradise, where they deemed that the land isn't even suitable to be rebuilt on. So a lot of these homes haven't even been rebuilt.
Yeah. And I don't know this to be true. This is just like one of the headlines we read. And I read a story about this, that if your home is not, if the land is not deemed suitable to rebuild, you're not getting the same payout that you think you're getting.
I actually didn't read a headline. I talked to a homeowners insurance agent who had clients that could not rebuild their homes there.
Wow.
It's just insane.
So it's scary, right? Insurance companies don't want to insure California. They say they lose money here. I've talked to several insurance friends that are no longer doing insurance in California, and they said that that's the reason that their company loses money doing insurance in California for wildfires, not really earthquakes as much anymore, but also a lot of fraud for car accidents and whatnot.
It's terrible.
And that's why a lot of companies don't want to be here. So now if we push it back on the state and we all have state insurance, right? How long does it take to get a check from the government? I don't know. I mean, I know how long it takes to get anything done at the DMV. So, or if you have Medi-Cal and you go through that and it's government run insurance, it takes a long time. So, and on top of that, I wonder how many of these people in Pacific Palisades, because that's old money over there.
Right.
They probably got their house paid off, right?
Right.
I wonder how many of them actually even have insurance anymore, because a lot of policies have lapsed and got dropped. And if you're a senior citizen, you might not be on top of that stuff. So I think a lot of people are going to be affected by this for like generations to come.
Right. Super sad. Well, all we can do is be vigilant, stay safe. It's still super windy outside, and hope for the best. Huh?
I saw by Magic Mountain, we had like 100-mile-per-hour winds.
I was talking to it, texting with a friend last night at midnight. She texted me just to make sure we were okay. And she is an air traffic controller over in Burbank. And she said it was going, the winds were 88 miles per hour at her tower, which is pretty scary. She sent me video of the tower shaking. So, and that she had to drive through 2 major fires to get home. Luckily, our other friends who live in Sylmar are all safe.
All of our tenants are good right now too.
Yeah, we had some friends who had to evacuate, and she sent me some pretty terrifying videos. So thank goodness she's all right.
Yeah, there's high wind warnings in place until 6 p.m. tonight.
Right. So.
Right. And look, it's something to just think about. We've been evacuated twice before. We've been in our house for 17 years. I think I'm built a little differently than a lot of people, and I think it's because in my youth we went through eviction a lot. We lost all of our belongings in homes that were locked out, right? So I didn't really ever have much. So I never really got attached to anything, right? So for me, if something were to happen and we get evacuated, Cori, the kids, our dog, laptop, right? Obviously our sister too, but laptop,
of course, our family.
Laptop. I mean, that's really it. Throw it in the car and go. Everything else could be replaced. Thank goodness for the cloud, because I don't have to worry about pictures. I mean, before, people are running into their burning houses.
There are pictures though in the garage that we can't ever get back.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I'm not going to lose my life or have my kids fatherless because
of course
for some picture. Well, but I know it sounds, of course, not to you, but there are people that make these decisions and they put their life at risk to jump back into a house to get pictures, to get to get belongings that can all be replaced. In my opinion, I don't have any feelings. I don't have any attachments to any belongings in our house.
I think the reason why I'm on edge is the last few fires that we've had where our communities have been evacuated, we've been out of town. So I don't think I've ever experienced having to be evacuated with kids, because the only other times we've had to be evacuated, we didn't have kids yet. So I think I kind of put myself in this position where I'm like terrified, like, oh, what if in the middle of the night they come knocking on the door? You got to get out. Like, I don't know. I was just a little stressed in the night.
I mean,
a lot stressed.
I don't know. Those kind of things don't necessarily stress me. I would throw the kids in the car and head whichever direction the fire.
But then you're seeing like all these places where the cars are just stopped in the road and they have to get out and run. Like, that's terrifying to me. Hopefully that wouldn't be the situation, But you know what? So let's talk about that a little bit, because that's old neighborhoods. And those old neighborhoods, there's different guidelines now. Our property was built after 2000, right? You can't build a community anymore without being able to get a fire truck up and down the street with cars parked. Right. So we have bigger streets now in these new communities, but some of these older communities in these old neighborhoods like Pacific Palisades, where you're going up in the hills, they don't have that luxury. And that's why you were seeing that these poor people couldn't get out. They had to leave their cars there and then just run. Flee on foot.
That is terrifying. I didn't catch any of that stuff until you shared it with me today. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's terrifying. Well, we have some guests here with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi, Lulu. She said hello. She made it back safely from her daily pack walk. And Tanya's here with us too. She said, hey, guys. Hi, Tanya. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate your support. Well, let's switch things up a little bit, lighten it up a little.
Sure.
Yes. So, I mean, Chris is really excited to talk about crypto. If you guys haven't already guessed, or if you haven't talked to him in a while, he's always excited about talking about that. So why don't you give us a little update?
So I just give you guys a little bit. So first, I always have to start off when we talk about crypto. We are not financial advisors. So don't take our advice as financial advice. We're just sharing with you what we do.
Right.
Right. So we're excited about it. I know a little bit about crypto. Cori does, our kids do, because I'm so excited about it all the time. Just 2 nights ago, Brad Darlinghouse, who is the CEO of Ripple, which is the company that has XRP, which we're big holders of, right? Had dinner with President Trump in Mar-a-Lago. And the third person in that dinner was a regulator, right? Who draws up legislation and rules basically for how companies can operate. So if you have not already invested in XRP, just go out and pay attention to what's going on. Do your due diligence. The reasons why we're going to put more money in XRP, especially part of our money that we save for our kids already, we're going to probably double down on what we've already done for them, is this meeting's huge. Currently, XRP is in a lawsuit with the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission. Gary Gensler is the head of that. He's stepping out of office January 20th. He's either getting fired or he's stepping down. One of the two. This is well known. We have a new crypto-friendly SEC chair that's going in. And we believe in this community, XRP community, that lawsuit's going to be dropped shortly after. When this positive news hits and it's official, my belief is we're going to see XRP. I think we were trading around 225 today. My belief is we're going to be double that. We're going to be anywhere between $4.50 and $5. And I think it's a good way to get a jump start on your investments for 2025.
Okay, well, hopefully everyone understood what you were just saying. For those of you watching, wow, it's a lot to take in. You know what I love about when Chris is like all excited to hear about this stuff is how his vocabulary changes. Like he's talking very Trump-like with the huge. It's going to be huge.
Huge.
Oh my goodness. Well, house divided. That's all I got to say.
Listen, whether you're a Biden fan, a Trump fan, Kamala, it doesn't matter. You take the good with the bad, right?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter who is going to win president. You have to, either way, it's going to affect investments.
Right.
You know, maybe crypto would be great. Maybe stocks would be great. Maybe real estate would be great. You don't know, right? So if you're not following the news and you got your head in the sand because your candidate didn't win, shame on you. You still got to pay attention, because if you're not investing your money, first of all, if you're not a homeowner, it's tough. You got to get in the game, become a homeowner. But if you're not investing your money, it's well known. Don't take my word for it. Do a little research. But inflation is always going to be, that percentage of inflation is always going to be higher than not doing anything with your money, keeping your money in a savings account.
Right.
You have to keep pace. And the only way for you not to hit the poverty line is to educate yourself and keep pace with what's going on and make proper decisions for your family. That's all.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. I'm not against it. Well, this past week was time to put away all the decorations and organize our garage. Who else enters the new year with a clean home? Or do you like to keep your decorations up for a little while afterwards and enjoy the holiday season a little bit longer? I know a lot of people are like, I need to get rid of this clutter. I don't want any clutter in my house. I want it clean, fresh, ready to go.
I mean, I appreciate you taking all the stuff down. All we have up is our tree, our flock tree, which, you know, we bought it 2 weeks into December, so it's probably going to go down soon. But we got our tree, and then we have like some gift stand type thing. I don't know what that is.
Just some little gift decoration because there's no room in the garage at the moment.
But it looks good together.
Thank you. So yeah, it felt good. It took about a day and a half, almost 2 days. And although it felt really good putting everything away, I was a little sad driving up at night and not seeing Christmas lights. All the neighbors still had theirs up. twinkling.
I think we have one neighbor that still has it up.
There's only one left. I mean, it's a weekend now, so it's time. It's time to say bye, bye, bye.
They could have it all month. I think all month of January is okay.
Okay. Well, I'm very grateful for Miss Nolita because she helped me put a lot of stuff away outside. We took down the Christmas lights, and she had fun just ripping them off the little clips that we have up there. So that's your job. You have to get the clips down with the ladder.
Eventually.
We'll just leave them up till next year. That's
there you
fine.
go. Done. Saved. Save me some time next year. Save me about 10 minutes.
Yes. Well, we're on winter break, and the kids got to spend time with their little cousin Ruby on Friday, which they're super excited about. It was kind of like a surprise impromptu visit from Ruby and Rosa, and then I got to enjoy some time with my cousin Rosa while they came over and played. But you know what I love about their relationship is, Ruby was at Magic Mountain enjoying the holidays before they took it all down. Yeah. And she decided she wanted to leave early so she could come see her cousins instead of wait in line for a ride. She's like, that's 30 more minutes I could be spending with Tino and Nola.
We've been at Disneyland before, and we thought about canceling family dinner on a Saturday or just saying, hey, we're not going to be able to make it. You guys can still show up. And Tino and Nola are like, no, let's go home because we want to go to family dinner.
They love family dinner.
Family dinner is not important unless you make it important.
Right.
Right? So
you have to make it a priority.
I love that our whole family has made it a priority, and family dinner is like every Saturday, no matter what. It's clockwork.
That's for sure. Well, we celebrated our little nephew Oliver's first birthday over the weekend. It was a Mickey themed, which I always love because it's an excuse for me to get my Disney outfit on. I mean, my whole wardrobe is pretty much today. Disney.
Cori all she does is buy me Disney clothes. So, I mean, what am I going to wear? I got suits and Disney clothes. That's all I got.
Yeah, got to be happy, right? Got to share that magic. It was funny because one of our friends, she was like, are you going to Disneyland after this? I'm like, no, why? She's like, you have everything Disney on. I'm like, it's a Disney party. Like, duh, it's Mickey Mouse. Got dressed the part.
You couldn't wait.
I know.
You probably would have been dressed the same way whether it was a Mickey party or not.
I know. I would have still worn it. Well, the kids had a blast, and we got to catch up with friends and eat too many tacos. This taco guy, I mean, if you guys are ever looking for a good taco guy, this guy is on point. He sells the heck out of his tacos.
I mean, the owner already paid for it, right?
Right.
But the guy is like, I was like, let me get 3 chicken tacos because, I can't really eat red meat. Oh, amigo, you need some carne asada. Está muy bueno, right? Then he starts talking. And I'm like, all right, just throw some asada on there too. Let me get those two.
Try this birria. Put the birria on there. Oh, yeah. It's so funny.
Yes, you got to be a good taco guy. We got one.
I went from only wanting to eat 3 tacos to having 6 tacos that day.
I had 5. I had 5 on it. I mean,
oh my gosh.
God bless anybody that throws a party and has a taco guy there. It just warms my heart.
I know.
Love it.
It's like a party for us.
Yeah. I mean, especially now, I'm not drinking any liquor. I'm not, I don't have any vices, but food.
Yes,
I still love me some good food. So if any chance I get some good food, I love it.
I mean, I love that first birthday parties really aren't about the 1-year-old anymore. It's really about all the friends and the families who come. So thank you for treating us to that first birthday party because I felt like it was a party for me.
Right. Yeah, the 1-year-olds don't remember. I mean, we had a big 1-year-old birthday party too. It's like 1, 5, and then after that, it's like, eh.
No, I got to go out all the time. We got to celebrate life every day. Well, the best part about celebrating his birthday is reconnecting with friends, right?
Yeah, that was cool.
We always love that.
There were some people I haven't seen in a while, which was nice.
Yes. And so Chris kind of talked a little bit about family dinner and how it's our favorite day of the week. And this week wasn't any different. We were so thankful our brother and sister and niece made it, considering they did a turnaround trip to Vegas that day. Can you believe they won a truck?
That's pretty amazing. Yeah. So
they won a truck online. It's crazy.
Yeah. So all those things are not gimmicks. I've always thought like these are all a scam.
It's not a scam.
Yeah. Our brother won like a retro 1962 Ford F-250 truck, completely redone.
Right.
Right. And I think he gets it this week. I don't know if he already got it. I got to follow up with him.
He should be getting it soon.
He must have it already.
Yes. So I thought for sure they weren't going to come, and the kids were kind of bummed because they didn't think their cousin was coming over, but they were super excited when they showed up. That was pretty awesome. Cool. I'm so excited for them because you feel like, I know whenever I win something, I'm like, wow, I never win anything. So that's huge to be winning something like that.
To win a truck is huge.
Yes.
You know what it is I told my brother this, and whether it's true or not, I mean, it's what I told him. It's what I felt. So, my brother and his girlfriend and my sister, they've been going to this church for over a year.
Right.
And just like family dinner's religious on Saturday, so is church on Sunday, right?
Right.
And he was telling me like the week before he won that truck, he was like, man, I got to bite the bullet and get another car, you know? And then just like anybody else, if you're not rich, which none of us are that I know, it's a big purchase. So you really got to think about it, and you can't just go out and just get one. It's tough, right?
Right.
And he put out there universe and boom, he actually won a truck the following week, which I thought was amazing.
I think he was the winner out of 55,000 entrants.
Yeah, 55,000 people.
That's so cool.
And he won.
That's amazing. Well, congrats to them. Last week of winter break is upon us, you guys. It's Wednesday. And the kids have been with grandma and their cousins for the last few days, so we could focus on work. But you know what? I don't know about you all. I'm a little sad they're going to be going back soon.
So I was talking to one of our clients today, giving him great news. We'll talk about that later, but his offer got accepted, so we're opening escrow today. And I was like, sorry if there's any noise, because Nola had just came over and sat right on my lap
while you're working.
While I'm working, and she's cuddling me, right? And I'm on the phone, and I was like, yeah, sorry if you hear anything. My daughter's on my lap. She's off school this week. She goes back on Monday. He's like, I bet you can't wait. I'm like, no, man, it's opposite. I'm sad that she's going to be at school all day because I love having our kids around.
Yes.
There's like such a small part of your life as a parent where you have your kids every day.
And that they want to be around you, because after they're 18,
I heard
a lot of them are gone.
I heard it happens a lot sooner
But even
than that.
like when they're 13, they want to go start doing things with their friends, and they don't really want to be around mom and dad. So we have like this small window of opportunity to be with them, right? And I really try my best to be present with them at all times that we're together. But man, we're slammed right now, which super grateful
Thank
for.
God.
Don't
Don't
get me wrong, I'm so grateful for that. But it's a constant battle with being present for your kids, making sure your clients are happy, and your desk doesn't get out of control, which mine is out of control right now. It's a mess. I don't even know the last time I saw the bottom of it.
You know what? I think so. I'm grateful for all of that, for the clients, for being busy, for the time with the kids. And, it's really why we've built our business the way we've built it, right? You don't see us out on billboards, or you're not sitting on our face at a bus at a bus stop. Right? And so we don't do that crazy advertising. And it's not because we haven't thought of it. It's not because we don't want to grow. It's just that we have this small window of time with our children, and we like the way that our business has grown, where it's all word of mouth.
It's all organic.
It's all organic. So everybody we work with has been referred to us by one of our happy clients, right? And our friends or family. And it makes for such a wonderful experience, not only for us, but for our clients.
Yes.
Would you agree?
Absolutely.
But it also leaves us, lets us have some availability to still be great parents, right?
Right.
So, once the kids are sick of us, then you might start sitting on our face at a bus stop.
Oh my gosh.
Or driving by and seeing us on the billboard. But I'm saying that's when then we'll probably ramp up some more. But right now, please continue to tell your friends and family about us, because it allows us to do what we do.
Yes, and we love it. Well, Chris's healing journey continues, and he's been going to Spinatomy. And I'm wondering, how is your treatment going? Have you felt any improvements?
So yes, I have. So shout out to Spinatomy. So I'm slowly getting better, right? And what I say is, look, I'm 44 years old. It's taken me a long time to beat up my body to get it as bad as it is, right?
Right.
Specifically my discs and whatnot. It's tough, because if anybody's had back problems in life, or any kind of like nerve damage or anything like that, you start to lose hope. You start to think, I'm going to be like this forever.
Right.
Right. And that's really where I'm at. Right. And I am seeing some things get better.
Okay.
I could stand longer. I could walk longer. Let's not kid it. I don't run, but I could do those two things longer than I could before. Right. So I don't have, the pain is not as constant.
Right.
But it's still as severe. So when I have like this, they always ask me at Spinatomy, what's your level of pain? It's still like an 8 to a 9.
Right.
Maybe it doesn't hit 10, right? Where I'm just like defeated because it hurts so bad. But it's still like an 8 or a 9, but it's a lot less than it used to be. Like not as often.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So what they're trying to teach me how to do now is they're saying, okay, well, now we got to teach you how to sit, how to stand, how to walk.
Right.
Right. Because, and I know this to be true, in my own body is they're saying you're always dependent on your stomach.
Right.
I mean, you're always letting your stomach hang and you're putting all this stress on your back. You're not using your core. You're not engaging your core or your glutes. And I think they're right. I got a tiny little butt, and it's probably because I never use the dang thing. I'm always
telling you need to go with me to Orange Theory. I offered this to him. Like, he needs to try it out because we're constantly activating our core and our glutes. I don't know. I think it might help out, but will that interfere with your treatment?
Yeah, they won't let me do something like Orange Theory quite yet. I actually talked to the doctor about it.
You did. You didn't tell me this.
She's saying that
That's why you didn't wake up on Monday morning at 4:00.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do all that quite yet. Especially I haven't done anything in 5 months.
Right.
So she's telling me I need to walk more. Go ahead and walk more and then start doing some planks. Mm-hmm. But she made me do a plank in front of her.
And you're doing it wrong?
Yeah. She not off the bat, but what happens is when I hold it too long, then you start
to dip down.
You start to use your back instead of
your core.
activating your core. She's like, she's like giving me a little tap, like, that's not how
kicking
you do it.
you like you're a dog.
Like I'm a dog. So anyhow,
up.
I got a couple things I could work on, and hopefully I start to get better. And if I do, like, I want to tell everybody about Spine Anatomy. So far they've been pressing me for like a review, right?
Right.
Not really pressing me. I think it's like a little reminder thing. It's probably like an AI.
You're like, can I get the results before I give you that review?
The reason I haven't given them a review, because I want to give them a great review. You know, everybody's professional there. Appointments start on time. Everybody's so pleasant. Like, everybody knows your name. Like, it's things that I appreciate, right? Like things that you don't get in a lot of places. It's always super clean. It smells good. Little things that I notice, right? Well, because some places, you know,
a little funky,
right? Great. Everything's great, but I'm not healed yet.
Right.
And I'm not like 90% better. You know, I'm like 40% better, right? Which is still good. I'm getting better, but I'm not where I want to be. So that's the only reason I haven't full force, like, went all out screaming their names from the rooftop. But I will. And if it happens for me, I'm going to tell everybody and their mama about Spine Anatomy. So we're almost there. We'll see. I think we're getting there.
Okay. Well, tomorrow at Disneyland will be a good test to see how long you can walk. Let's see.
Yeah.
You got 2 days ahead of you, buddy. It's training. You better stretch. Days. You better stretch before we get out there.
There's going to be a lot of walking. I know.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we're talking about pain and medicine. You know, March 1st, all medical debt will no longer be on credit reports. Did you all hear about this? If you've been wanting to refinance, but those darn medical collections have been preventing you from getting qualified, your score may increase, and your chances of doing that refi can increase come March 1st. Did you know that?
I did. So this is huge. So on average, they're saying that people's FICO scores are going to go up 20 points.
Right.
But let's talk about you people out there that have a bunch of medical collections, right? Because I've pulled so many thousands and thousands of credit reports in my day, and most people have some kind of medical collection that they didn't even know about.
I know.
Right? Like, it could just be anything.
It could be like a $45 copay that they forgot to pay.
They forgot to tell you about, and then it went to collections, right? And it destroys people's credit. I'm glad they fixed this, right? So I'm not too big to say, hey, big shout out to the Biden administration, because that's who took care of it.
Okay.
And it's going to change a lot of people's financial situation. So because your credit score jumped, don't go out and buy a car, save up and buy a house. And if you need a refi, it's a great time. The rates are still a little bit high, but if you have a ton of debt and you can consolidate all that, you refinance now, 6 months later, you do it again, or you get a home equity line right now, wrap it all up, 6 months later, you refi.
Yes. Well, that's something to definitely look forward to. Switching things to real estate, Blix, our newest listing that just went live on Friday, and we had our first showings during the open house over the weekend, is officially in escrow. We opened today.
That was quick.
That was super awesome.
And we could have opened on Saturday, but I mean, we had offers. So for anybody that thinks the market's like stagnant, it's not moving, we tell you this all the time. It's based on, you can't just put your house on the market, it sells. You have to present it correctly.
Right.
Which, what do? We do professional photos, videos, staging.
This
renovation.
particular one, we did renovations.
We did. So can I give you an idea of the stuff that we do? For this unit, we did flooring, paint, recessed lighting, new appliances, complete kitchen remodel, new cabinets, new sink, new everything, bathroom, shower. I mean, you name it, we did it. We completely gutted this place and fixed it up. And I believe we got the owner another $100,000, like $140,000 more that they got instead if they didn't do anything. They just sold it as is.
Correct.
So,
and not only that, but if they would have sold it as is, it definitely would have sat on the market for a while. And you would probably be limiting yourself only to investors who had a vision to bring it to life the way that we were able to. So here it is again. This is the condo on Blix.
Check out our new listing here in North Hollywood.
Yes, it looks so nice. I love how open and fresh an area it is.
It's beautiful.
And you have laundry in unit, which is huge.
And, I love how we just naturally in life complement each other. So, I did all the upgrades as far as like picking all the stuff out, the finishes and whatnot. But Cori did all the staging, so she really brought it to life. And if anybody's like, hey, can you do the staging on our listing? Yes, but only if we're listing the property. We don't do staging for...
I had somebody ask me that the other day. I was like, oh, you guys are planning on selling your house? Do you have an agent? Well, yeah. I was like, I ain't trying to talk to you no more.
Well,
oh, yeah, let me go stage your listing that you decided to list with somebody else. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Well, I mean, it's just something that we don't do, right?
No, it's just something that we offer to our clients.
It's a perk to our clients.
It's an added perk, yes.
We are agents that, sell property, help people sell property and buy property. We're not a staging company. We offer staging to our clients, but that's where it ends, because then that's a whole other business that I'm not interested in getting into.
No.
But we just do so much for our clients because they do so much for us.
We love to give that white glove experience where, you aren't going to be stressed out about like, well, where do I find a stager? How do I know who to choose? Is this the right pricing? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we just give a lot more peace of mind and we bring results. So why wouldn't you want to use us?
And look, this goes for anybody, right? We have a listing that's going to be coming up probably in March, and it's going to be similar. They could sell it as is. There's a price that you get for that as is, right? There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done specifically with the flooring that if you guys didn't know this, if you have missing flooring in your house, it's not going to qualify for conventional financing.
Right.
Meaning if like the carpet's pulled up and all you have is like the floorboards.
Oh, yeah.
It won't qualify for a regular loan. So we're able to go in there and renovate properties. We spend our own money. We invest our own money, and then we get reimbursed. And yeah, we charge a fee for it, but you're still going to make way more money than you would have made if you just sold it as is.
Right.
And a lot of agents, don't do that. They don't know how to do that, and maybe they don't have the capital to do that.
Right.
So it's just something that we offer that a lot of people don't. So if you're thinking about selling your house, you really need to give us a call.
Absolutely. Well, I'm super excited for one of our clients. I've known this family ever since I was in banking. Can you believe it? Whew, that was a long time ago when I was in college. That's how I met her. And I just love them. They're part of our family. And they finally found their forever home in Camarillo. And I'm so excited for them. They get to retire there. She's been wanting to get close to the beach again. And so we're opening escrow today for them as well.
Yeah, so huge shout out to them. They know who they are. And shout out to Cori for creating these like lifelong relationships. She met this couple like 20 years ago. More than 20 years ago.
More than 20 years ago.
More than 20 years ago. And thank you to them for trusting me because you sold them their first place and then
did their financing.
And I'm the one driving out showing them property now. Even though you've been there.
I've been there too. We've been going together.
So we're opening escrow with them. And just want a big little shout out to, if we don't do the financing here, we have no problem referring you to somebody that does.
Yes.
So we referred this over to Mike Mina at Augusta because he does these bridge loans.
Right.
So let me explain really quickly what that is. If you have a ton of equity in your house, but you don't have the cash to go buy the next house, all cash money because you need to sell your house first, you can get a bridge loan where you put minimal stuff down. It was like 20% on this house. And then basically Mike will give you a loan for the rest until you sell your house.
Right. It allows you to secure your forever home before you actually sell your current home. So that gives you some breathing room, right? You confidently find the home that you want, take your time getting your stuff out, get it, to your liking if you want to change a paint or whatever. And then you move everything. And then we get to step in and help you get your house the way that we think it would present the best to get you the top dollar for your home.
Yeah. And it just alleviates a lot of stress.
Yes.
Because when you're trying to time everything just right, it can lead to some really bad situations.
I mean, we help people navigate that too, where we do concurrent closings. But this one, I think because their situation, it just is more fitting for them. They don't want to be like strict on timelines.
Right. And I'll give you some examples that they brought up, which I think is cool for other buyers to know and sellers, right?
Right.
They said, well, look, there's a lot of furniture I want to keep in this house, but we're downsizing. So this is going to help me slowly move my stuff over there.
See if I like it or if I
see
don't.
if I like it there and if I can get rid of it before we actually move in.
Yeah. Why not?
I know you could measure and stuff for that, but it's cool to be
Until
able
you
to have your
bring it
time.
into the space, you really don't know.
Right.
You might have to move things around.
Right. And then once they move, they're going to do some renovations there, like flooring, bathroom, paint, whatever. So they could do all that stuff before they move in. And then once they're moved in, then we could take over their house and get ready to sell that.
Yes.
So I'm excited for them. It's
I am too.
such a big deal.
Well, we're over the moon happy for our clients in this exciting time. It's been a long time coming. And then once they officially close and get settled in, we will have a beautiful home in Saugus coming up. So stay tuned for that one. I believe it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-story. Great location. I love it there.
Yeah. And then just one more big shout out. We have another first-time home buyer that's also opening escrow today. I know it's crazy.
Yes.
So this is why I'm wearing my Disney sweater. I didn't have time to go ahead and put a suit on and do all that today. I've been nonstop at it working. So congratulations. We have another first-time home buyer, which I know we're getting old because it's our friend's son.
It's my friend from elementary school's son, which, wow, she totally prepared her son to be ready to be a home buyer at a young age, which is amazing. What a huge accomplishment. So his offer got accepted. This is in Westlake Village.
No, this one is out in Simi Valley.
Oh, Simi. I'm sorry. He was looking there as well. So Simi Valley, first-time home buyer. Super excited for him. We're going to be doing the financing as well.
Correct. So for this one, if you guys are thinking about buying something in an HOA community, there's rules to this stuff.
Yes.
Of whether or not it's conventional financing, whether or not you can do a VA loan or an FHA loan. So for this one, we're doing like what's called FHA spot approval.
Right.
So if you guys are thinking about buying a property with an FHA loan, you're not sure how that works, also give us a call. We can walk you through that as well.
Absolutely. And as for our listing over on Morning Glory, that one is in escrow, which we dropped last week, right? You already did your home inspection?
Yes, and I'm meeting the appraiser there tomorrow.
Appraisers tomorrow. So that's the only thing that's holding that up. Everything's going smooth with the loan because we do the financing on that one too. Super exciting times. January is off to a great start.
It might be one of the best Januaries we ever had. And that's with rates being a little bit higher. And I'm excited for all these buyers because 6 months from now, we're probably going to refinance them into a lot lower rates.
Yes.
That's me being optimistic. But I do really believe what I'm saying. But quick shout out, a quick tip actually for anybody that's unfortunately not listing their home with us and you're in escrow and your listing agent has to meet the appraiser. First of all, make sure they meet the appraiser, number one. What we like to do to help make sure our values come in, right? So let's say you're in contract for $1 million, but you're not really sure it's going to hit $1 million, but you've done all these renovations to your house in the last few years, right? Your agent should have a list of those renovations, neatly typed up, by the way, with how much money was spent on those renovations, when it was done, and they should have that to be able to present with comparable sales of the neighborhood to the appraiser to make their job easier so your value comes in. Another little extra thing that we do.
I mean, to me, that's like common knowledge. That's extra.
It's not common knowledge.
Wow.
I've actually met an appraiser because the listing agent didn't have the time to do it. So I've done it for them.
Oh my goodness. Crazy times.
Yeah, girl.
Well, who else is longing for a vacation? I would love a vacation. We're so thankful that we're busy and we want to have a family fun vacation to look forward to. So guess what we did in a little bit of this time, in between getting people in escrow and listings off the market. We booked a vacation in November, and we'll be celebrating Santino's birthday and Thanksgiving in Oahu. I'm so excited.
It's our first time in Oahu together.
Yes.
So
My first time ever. Chris went with someone else. Just kidding, his family.
Well, I did go with Miss El Salvador. She was the winner that year back in 1987.
Oh my goodness.
And my grandpa. So
Right.
I did visit Pearl Harbor and all that stuff. And I'm excited to see it again as an adult a lot of years later. And you know what? We're going to be like 2 resorts down from Aulani, from Disney's Aulani.
I'm trying to figure out a way. Has anyone been there? Do you know if they offer like day passes there? And if they don't, because I've been all over their website, I think I'm going to just go there and tell them I want a tour because I may be interested in becoming a member.
That'd be cool. And
then maybe we'll get like, I don't know. Shanae told me I might get a free luau out of it if I listen for an hour to their spiel. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I want to check out the property to see if it's what it's all hyped up to be.
So I also want to check out Oahu because it's actually one of the more affordable islands to buy property. So while we're there, I do want to. I'm not going to spend a whole day or anything.
I mean, we're only there for 7 days, so
I know it's such a short
you can't be
trip.
spending too much time.
But you know,
that's what they got Redfin for.
I do want to check some stuff out while we're there. Is what I'm saying, and we'll turn it into a business trip since we're going to be looking at property.
Well, looking ahead to next week and this week, tomorrow and Friday, we're going to Disneyland. And I'm hoping it's not as crowded as usual since a lot of schools went back to school this week. Hopefully all those little kids are back at school and we get to have the park mostly to ourselves. We're going with Jeff, Katya, and the kiddos and Katya's mom, and we're staying overnight, which I'm really excited about.
It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, the kids are all amped up. They said, oh my gosh, how many more days? I've been counting down the days. And they even wanted to start packing on Monday. They said, can we start packing now?
I mean, have they started packing yet?
No, they're going to be doing that today. I told them, you better start packing. We're going to be ready to go. So then we also have the home inspection in Camarillo on Saturday. Actually, though, tomorrow we are planning on leaving early, but Chris has an appraisal tomorrow.
Yeah, I got pushed into appraisal at 12 o'clock.
So we're going to be getting there a little bit later, but that's okay.
We'll probably go to the hotel first,
Used to that type of thing happening. Just grateful that we're busy. And family dinners this Saturday. So always have that to look forward to. And then back to school on Monday for these kids. Who else is looking forward to sending their kids back to school?
I'm not. I love having our kids at home.
I know.
I mean, I don't want them, I don't want to do their schooling at home. I don't want to homeschool them, but I love having them here.
Right.
It's fun. The vacations are never long enough. They always go by too fast.
I know. But it is necessary for us all because we do have to work.
Unfortunately.
I got to get this stuff done. I feel a little guilty when my kids are just sitting there, chilling, waiting for me to get my stuff done.
Yeah, today.
Like yesterday, today. But that's okay.
You know what I think we're going to do today is, I haven't looked at any times yet, but I know that they want to see Sonic 3. So I think I'm going to look and see if that's available. Maybe we'll go to the movies today.
What time does matinee end?
It's done, girl.
Oh, man. It's so expensive to go movies. Oh, my goodness. Well, Monday is also my official weigh-in and the start of the Orange Theory Fitness Transformation Challenge, which I am super excited about. Yeah. It's 8 weeks long, and I have to commit to 3 classes per week, which I already do anyways, so that part isn't going to be challenging. But I have a goal to lose body fat. And what that means is I got to have some healthy eating habits, better habits in this household. When you go to Costco, you can't be buying these chocolates. You can't buy cookies. You can't buy all this extra stuff that is very tempting for me.
Well, listen, I buy that stuff for our kids, but you don't
it's not good for them.
You don't need to eat that stuff.
They don't eat chocolate or cookies.
What kid doesn't want chocolate chip cookies? Come on now.
And ice cream. Man.
And ice cream.
There's always ice cream in our house.
Well, yeah, it's like a necessary thing. Like, how are you going to have a freezer with no ice cream in it? It's sad.
I don't know, but y'all need to root for me. I really want to win this challenge. And even if I don't win like the most body percent of fat loss, it's okay. I'm going to be winning if I lose anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Now, how would you feel if I did join and got in the challenge and I actually won?
Well, we already know that's not going to happen because you clearly have not even attempted to go to a free class to see if you would like it.
Because I don't think I could get up at 4. That's crazy. 4 o'clock in the morning.
You said you were going to go with me. And then I'm like, come on, let's go. He's like, all right. And then now I just find out you can't even do it anyway. So it's not going to happen because you're in treatment. So I really want to know, guys, because Orange Theory is already reaching out to me to find out who I'm giving my free month pass to. I won a free unlimited pass to Orange Theory for a friend during the holidays, and I got a free month too. Who wants to go with me? I had like 3 people reach out. I don't know how serious they are. I'm going to follow up with them, but if you're really serious, you need to reach out to me. I'm ready to go. Let's go early in the morning. And if mornings aren't your jam, you could go later in the day. You can go whenever you want for a full month because Chris is not taking me up on it.
Hey, silence over here. Crickets.
Crickets.
Yeah, I'm not taking her up on it at all.
Oh my God, I tried to get Lulu and she was like, nope, not doing that exercise again. She went with me last year and she just about died.
I'm already dead at the end of the day. Last night I went to sleep like at 8:15. What do you think would happen if I go to Orange Theory?
It doesn't matter. In the beginning, it'll be challenging.
I'll be asleep by like 6.
It'll be challenging, but believe it or not, it gives you more energy. When you're getting your heart rate pumping, you're getting active. It's good. I love it.
I'm glad you love it. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I love it that you love it.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, is anyone else looking forward to daylight savings and the days getting longer? The sun will be rising earlier. And what about spring? What about you? Are you ready for that?
Yeah. Spring, that's when it's time to buy and sell real estate. It's already been time.
It's always time.
But listen, when it's sunny out longer, people actually can go look at property after work.
Yes.
If not, they kind of push it off when during the wintertime and it's dark at like 5 o'clock, people push off seeing property till the weekend all the time. And then your weekends are like packed, right?
Yeah, but then you miss out on good opportunities during the week.
Yeah, but see now people will get back to seeing property every day of the week.
There you go.
So I'm excited for our buyers and our sellers because this is when the time where it all happens. Spring is the busiest season for real estate. Summer is still busy, but spring is the busiest. So
it's a kickoff.
You got to make it happen. If you're sitting there wondering if you should sell, don't wait till your neighbor sells and then you're like, oh, I'm going to sell now. Be the first one.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's start having the conversations now, which we're actually having a conversation, another one where we might be having a little 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom here in Valencia coming up.
Oh.
So I'm having that lunch or dinner next Monday.
Nice. Ooh. I want to know who's moving. All right. Well, I guess we're going to have to wait for Groundhog Day to see if we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter or not. Does that even count? Is that even real?
You want to know the accuracy of that?
I mean, I don't really care.
I think it is real. I think it's a thing. Yeah, that's why they do it every year.
I don't know. I think it's a gimmick. It's like a lot of things. Well, everyone, that's going to be our show. Thank you again for hanging out with us here on R&R, Relationships and Real Estate. Be sure to catch us weekly on Facebook Live or watch the show on YouTube. And to listen anytime you want, you can download full episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. We're your hosts, Chris and Cori Silva, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.